Hey, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. I'm here tonight live. I'm trying to do more lives, but I'm here tonight live with my recap on RHOA, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I hope you're on watch and listen. I'm gonna give you my take on it. So it kind of opens up and we learn that Kenya actually has, and I'm peeking at my notes here. Hey, thanks for stopping by. I'm so happy you're here. Andrea. We find out that Kenya has physical custody of Brooklyn, which I think is amazing for her because unfortunately her and Mark it just didn't work out. But the thing that shocked me is she's actually expecting or looking for child support from him. Now she needs to stop it. And the reason why I'm saying she needs to stop it, she knows that unfortunately Kenya was supporting Mark from the beginning. So we heard, right? We heard that allegedly she had paid off back taxes that he owed. She was the money maker in that particular relationship. So her looking for child support, I'm going to say good luck. I'm not saying that she should or should not get it. I mean, I think when two people create a baby, two people should pay for that baby. But I mean, I don't know Mark's financial situation. Hey Lisa, hey Sonia, hey everybody. Thanks for stopping by. So, I mean, good luck with that. And then she's on TV. The thing that people got to understand when they do these reality shows, so you're on TV about to throw a third birthday party for your daughter, and I'm not mad at you, but your budget for this 3-year-old birthday party is $10,000 to $15,000, and then you're trying to get child support from Mark. I don't know how this is really going to go well or how this is going to go over. Hey, Gabor. Hi, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. So you want child support, but you can just whisk away $10,000 to $15,000 on a tea party for your daughter's third birthday, and you're saying she's going to remember it. I'm not going to play around and lie to you. I wasted a lot of money on birthday parties. They do not remember when they're that young. Only thing that's going to make Brooklyn really remember is the fact that she's going to see pictures when she's older, and she's going to be like, wow, mommy threw this nice birthday party for me. So when you start out, yeah, I know how much for a wedding. So how much is she going to end up paying for a wedding? That you are absolutely correct. But if you remember when Phaedra was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she threw very elaborate parties for her children too. Listen, do what you want to do, but I'm just saying that when you're trying to get child support from someone, and I believe the way the courts base it is they base it on the finances of the mother, the finances of the father, and they do some type of calculation. And by the time they end up doing the calculation, Mark may have to just give her $100 a week. I don't know, but stay tuned. We shall see. And why was she telling the party planner or her business? Who knows? Maybe they have a closer relationship than we all think. Now, what I did like is I liked the scene with Kenya and Sheree in the gym. I thought it was, I'm saying Kenya, but I don't mean Kenya. I mean Marlo and Sheree in the gym. What I really liked about it is Sheree told Marlo, listen, you're doing a really good job with your nephews. And I really think that she is too. So she told Marlo, listen, you're doing a good job. What did you say? I don't see the problem. He still needs to help provide for the child, even if it's $100. No, I don't think it's a problem either. I think he does too. But I think that if Kenya's expecting a significant amount from him, is going to be pretty difficult when she's blowing away $10,000 to $15,000 on a birthday party, on a reality show. She could have still did it, but did it off the show. But now it's just something for his lawyer to use to say, listen, she has a lot of discretionary cash. Does she really need my 10, my 15, my $100 or my $1,000 a month? She makes way more than I do. So here go $10. I'll give her $10 or $50 a week. So that's what I mean by that. So when Sheree and Marlo were in the gym, I thought it was a nice moment. And this particular season, I think that, it's slow out the gate. So, we shall see what's going to happen. And maybe it's slow out the gate because I think with a lot of these reality shows now, it's like we are getting so much of the same. We know the formula. So nothing shocks us. The fake arguments don't shock us. The scenes, they're not shocking and they're not different because we're so used to the formula for this Housewives franchise. I agree, but Mark is disgustingly petty in the divorce. Oh, he absolutely is. He even wants half the house Kenya bought before he ever meet him. But see, 777 cash, here's the problem. How you get them, it's gonna bite you in the butt in the end. From the very beginning, when she met Mark, she was throwing money at him. Allegedly, did you not hear that she had paid his back taxes, or that he owed, I think, on some of his restaurants, on one of his restaurants? So she was giving him cash. But my thing is, make him stand on his word. Do you remember? I don't remember exactly what they were doing, but she was at dinner, I think, one season, that season that Mark was on. It was her at dinner. I want to say it was the couples. I think it was Greg and Nene. Don't quote me. But he said at that table he would never take Kenya's money. He didn't need her money. So why or now do you want all of her money? You want half the house. Like, don't do that. So that's just so messed up. I'm sick of stupid behavior. Yeah, it's so much of the same. I agree the episode was boring. I saw the drama before it started. I know that, first of all, we'll get to the tea party, but that tea party was a whole hot mess to be a little kid's party. It's the audacity some men have. It is the audacity that some men have. It's a mess, but you got to watch who you marry. It's a lot. It's a lot to talk about. He sure did say that on camera. Yes, he did, girlfriends. He said that, he can always make money. He would never take her money. So what are you doing right now, Mark? Why are you trying to beat her down for all her cash? Oh, thanks, good boy. It was Kandi, Todd, Cynthia, and Mike. Yes. And he said he would never take her money. So Mark, what are you doing now? And that's what I would bring to my lawyer. I would tell my lawyer, get that footage and tell him to stop trying to come at my pockets. Mark is sad. Sorry, excuse for a man. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. But you know what, Monique? The unfortunate part is she signed up for this. She signed up for this because I'm not meeting you. I'm getting married to you, and off the bat, I gotta pay a whole bunch of your back taxes. We're not gonna do that. I'm not doing that. Mark is just bitter that Kenya ruined his reputation after that season. Well, you know what, Amy J? He ruined his own reputation. He the one that came up there and acted a fool, a straight fool. He was so mean to her. He was so nasty to her. He was so degrading to her. And I like Kenya, but I have to say this. Kenya was mean and nasty to that young guy that she was dating on the show for a while too. And she kind of degraded him a little bit too. He went crazy towards the end. His name is slipping my mind right now, but he is the one that broke the cameras in front of her house. He was losing his mind over Kenya. She was degrading to him. Amy J, the party was inappropriate for a 3-year-old. Yes, the boy Matt. Thank you. It was Matt. She degraded Matt on that show. Yes, the party was very inappropriate for a 3-year-old. Now, the one woman that got up and was losing her mind, but the party was crazy for a 3-year-old. Times change there. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. What do you mean by that? In terms of what statement did I say? Are you saying are you saying that some women do it too? The one who Peter tried to stab. Yes. Matt said she was with him and Mark at the same time. Oh, Matt said that she was with him and Mark at the same time. I don't doubt it. It's a strong possibility because listen, Kenya, like many women, wanted a family, right? And I understand that, but it's kind of like she was just searching and searching and searching, and whoever was a good person, that's who she picked. And unfortunately, she picked a doozy with Mark. But listen, I guess the consolation prize is Brooklyn is absolutely gorgeous. You make an excellent point. Pena really wanted a man, and when she saw one that appeared to have money, yep, she was eager to be a wife of the housewives. She even got married without her aunt there. Exactly. And remember, she pissed the show off by getting married Remember, they kind of kicked off a season because she got married and didn't allow the cameras to film it. And that was all because Mark was just running the show. There was no children activities, and it was real China at the table with the children. That was so dangerous. Listen, the party planner did her thing, but that was not for Brooklyn. Somebody said it too, that Brooklyn, was dressed, a little grownish, like, not grown up in a bad way, but not just like a little 3-year-old. But I guess that's neither here nor there. So now Sheree is salty with Kandi. Sheree is salty with Kandi because she felt like Kandi was just running around with this theory of Sheree not paying, what is the guy's name, the assistant's name, Anthony, not paying, that Sheree is not paying the assistant Anthony. Well, unfortunately, it seems like they're going to continue on with this thing too. Sheree is known for not paying people. She didn't pay her contractors. I think, did her and that party planner when that got into it and she said, "Who gonna check me, boo?" Did she not pay him? I forgot exactly why they was getting into it. I think they got into it because he wasn't delivering what he said he was going to deliver. I think she said some helicopter, some plane or whatever, but I don't know if their issue had anything to do with money. But I think Sheree's pockets are tight. The money is tight. It's not like Sheree has been a consistent housewife over the years. So, and her house is absolutely amazing. So Sheree has high taste. She has high taste. So Sheree spends a lot of money. So Brooklyn was dressed like she was attending a party, not the main attraction. You know what, good boy? I agree with you. You are correct. I think that's where I heard it from. Like from you. You're right. She should have. She's first of all, she's adorable and the outfit was cute, but it wasn't her birthday outfit. Yeah, she is pissed. She pissed Andy off for running off and getting married. Poor Kenya can't even buy a man. Keeps walking away. Remember Walter? Yes, I remember Walter. She had some doozies, and she didn't, and it didn't get broken with Mark. Mark is her worst doozy that's costing her, especially because she didn't have a prenup. And he's trying to come out her pockets. Yes, she did not pay the event. So it started the whole check me boo talk. Yes, it did. She had enough money for a bike. I remember that she wanted a helicopter. She wanted to do the most. Okay. Someone said Little Brooklyn outfit was Chanel. The thing is though, right? You can have, people with their labels. You can have labels, but the labels can be wearing you and you not wearing the label. So, fashion is not just labels. You can get something from, I've seen people with a t-shirt from Walmart, some nice jeans and some nice shoes, and they look better than a person that has on, a whole bunch of designer. Hey, Smoke. Let's see now. I don't know why it's doing that. And listen, I did a test earlier and the person came up. Like, I don't know why it's only doing audio. I want you there, but can you hear me? Let's see.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Good. Sorry. If you hear any kind of just steam noise, that's me cooking in the background while I'm listening.
Oh, what you cooking over there?
I'm on a health kick, so I did this lean, mean spaghetti. So the meat is good in the whole grain pasta, so hopefully it comes out well.
Listen, I'm trying to. I go to the gym every morning. I get up for a 5:15 class. We got to talk because I need to trim down. I got the exercise down pat, but it's what you put in your mouth. But I'm gonna show you real quick the latest thing I bought. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. You see it?
Oh, yes.
So I'm trying to use that so I portion control. But we'll talk later.
We will talk later.
Yes, I put the link up there. Y'all gotta help me out because I don't know how to pin it. I thought I pinned the link up there. If you go back aboard, it's definitely up there. So Sheree wanted to help. Yep. So I read that. Okay. The outfit was Chanel, but like I said, sometimes you can wear the label can be wearing you instead of you wearing the label. Mm-hmm. So but Little Brooklyn, she looked adorable. But I think it should have just been a cuter outfit. But I get that Kenya was trying to go for a Chanel theme. I wasn't in love with Kenya's outfit, but that's me. You know, how did you feel about her outfit?
Kenya or her babies?
Well, both.
Kenya looked nice. The hair was a mess though. I wouldn't
I thought
expect
so
that
too.
for a mother. Brooklyn kind of looked like one of the guests instead of the main attraction. So I felt like mommy kind of wanted the spotlight for herself versus spotlighting Brooklyn. No offense. She's
Right.
cute. She's cute as pie, but I was like, ooh, you could have done better.
Yeah, I thought so too. No, she is adorable. Yeah, RHOA is trying too hard. I think what they're trying to do, they're trying to recover these ratings, right? And it's going to be a rough go. So here's the reason why I like original cast. I like original cast because they had time to get seasoned. They had time to kind of get to know each other. So their arguments and their fights, they're really authentic, right? They're a little more authentic because they truly know each other. Just like the other day when Sheree was kind of having it in with at the tea party, when Sheree was having it in with Drew, she was like, "You don't even know me." So it was like this fight that really wasn't like the RHOA fights in the beginning, because they all kind of like knew each other. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I kind of felt about that. So Sheree is mad at Kandi because Kandi was going around and kind of talking about this assistant and Sheree not paying the assistant, but that's what Sheree is kind of known for. And I guess the next episode we're going to see all the ladies go to New York to see
Candy's playing, which
Kandi.
was good, which was very
Oh,
good.
did you go see it? I didn't want to see it.
I loved it. It was one of the blackest Broadway experiences, and I was here for every single moment of it. There were 2 white people walked out because they were uncomfortable by the subject matter, but I was like, oh well, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah. Good boy, you thought Kenya looked like Beyonce. You see, good boy, don't do that. Stop. Good boy, find the link. Come up here. Don't do that. She looked like Beyonce. Stop.
You know what, Diva? I think good boy trying to get into her panties. It's okay, good boy. It's okay, good boy. If you want some, Ken, you can get you some. She's single.
You can get you some. So the scene with Kandi and Todd. Here's my assessment on the Kandi and Todd scene. First of all, it takes a special kind of man, and I don't care what comes out of the man's mouth, to be, hey, good boy, to be, good boy. I don't know why. Y'all gotta help me later. I don't know why it's only audio and why y'all won't come up.
You can
but
hear
hey,
me?
Good boy.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, good boy.
Yes.
You can?
Yes.
Oh, hey. What's good?
What's good?
What's good?
Nothing much.
Thanks for stopping by.
No problemo.
Yeah, so let me tell you what I feel about this whole Kandi and Todd situation. I think there's a lot of men that cannot deal with the fact that the woman makes more than them. But I also think that unfortunately Todd signed up for this. Kandi has been punking him from the moment that they got together. When you are on TV and this chick makes you sign the prenup and has a camera rolling, even though the Bravo cameras are rolling, then you know what you're signing up for. And I think Todd would be okay just being like a house husband. But the reason why he can't be okay is because he knows that Kandi would never stand up for him against her mother and her family. And when you have a family where none of them have a man, and no disrespect to Mama Joyce and the old lady gang, why are you listening to them on how to treat your husband and your man? That's what confuses me.
No, all of them married.
I think the aunties are married. Mama Joyce got a friend.
Yeah, Mama Joyce got a man, and all of the aunties are married.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, okay. I didn't think
you don't remember Uncle Bebo?
I do not.
Uncle Boo, I think that was Aunt Bertha's husband.
I seen Aunt Bertha's husband on Instagram. Not Aunt Bertha. I seen not Bertha. What's the other one name?
Nora.
Yeah, Nora got a husband. He on Instagram. I seen her on Instagram, and yeah, Aunt Bertha got a husband too.
Oh, girlfriend said yes, they are married. But then why are they? So then I wonder, so why are they so harsh and so judgmental over who Kandi gets with?
Because Kandi is a sugar mama. Kandi's a Shrek. Kandi really is a sugar mama.
And she also feeds
every
the
man
family.
she get with. She want to take care of them and their kids. She did it with the boy from Jagged Edge, one of the twins. She was taking care of him and his baby and the whole group. They was living with her. Then she did it with AJ and his 7 kids. She didn't want him to sign no prenup or nothing. She was gonna pay all the child support for the kids. The kids is coming to stay at her house, and now she doing it with Todd.
Well, but that's not Todd's fault. So you know what I mean. So why are they blaming him? Weren't they on a dating site? See, somebody said I don't know.
They tried to put Mama Joyce on a dating site in like season 6 or season 7. Remember, Kandi had put her in that girdle and had her outside in the front yard taking
She sure did. She sure did. So Kandi's out of order. Her aunts are Southern women. But I got family from the South. They don't, if anything, they tell you respect your husband. I think they're brutal to Todd. And I think Todd feels like, first of all, he's never going to make, well, I don't want to say never. It's going to be really hard for him to ever make the type of money. You said never before.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it,
never
gonna
get
it, never gonna get it. Woo, 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 woo.
You said because the older generations don't understand boundaries, they're always giving. You give unsolicited advice, but they have been brutal against Todd. And I think Todd feels like he always has to prove himself. And so this whole thing of, wanting to do a project on his own, it's like insane. And first of all, let me say this. So Kandi, when they got together, Kandi, was she already in her 40s or she was about to approach 40 when she had 8? I don't know, but
she was
approaching 40 when she had Ace.
She was approaching 40.
I think she's like 44 or 45 now.
Right. So here's the thing. So she wants to have a family, and then she wants to do the most.
Girl, and she said she wanted to do an EGOT. Girl,
EGOT.
We gotta be honest with our dreams now, Kandi.
Yeah, it's too much. So, and listen, I'm not mad at her, but then both the young kids are beautiful, right? But then you should have stopped with Ace, because at least you can just travel around with one. But now you got 2 young ones, and you want, and both of y'all want to be at the top. Like something has to give. And he even told her, like, you're not here. We're not having sex the way we used to have sex. I don't know what Kandi's expecting from this marriage.
Kandi want to be a boss, and she wants Todd to be the housewife.
She wants Todd to be the housewife that makes money from home. I don't know what she's trying to do with that.
Yeah, she want him to be the housewife. I don't know. I think I don't trust Todd. I think Todd looking for his escape plan. I don't really think that she disrespecting him or that she punking him. I think that he'll be okay being kept if it wasn't on camera. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't on camera, he'll be okay with being kept. But he has everybody else looking at him. Remember what that girl said, Todd know his way of swerving. He know how to swerve and find himself in a better situation. So I think that he happy where he at, but I think he's trying to make his escape plan.
They seem like co-workers. You really think I don't picture Todd leaving unless this thing gets really, really bad. But I think they're in a rut already because they haven't been married that long, right? So you're down to what they said, maybe having sex twice a week.
They're approaching the 10-year mark. They're approaching the 10-year mark, I think.
Yeah, they've been married 10 years.
Yeah, I think they got married in 2014, maybe 2013, 2014.
Okay. See, I don't know why I thought she had Ace like soon after they got married. And Ace is 7.
Well, after they got married, they wasn't having sex no more. Todd was already trying to pull out the marriage because he said that he don't remember they wasn't having sex like that because she said that he said that she was wearing her bond. He kind of resented marrying her after he saw how him and his family was being treated on their Kandi.
He did say that.
Marriage show.
He did say that. He did. Yeah. Kandi wants a maid. Hey, maid, I could see you get your maid outfit too. She wants a maid out of time, and he's going to get child support for both kids. Oh, well, I can picture him. Well, they would fight that. She would fight that, but he is the sole caregiver from what it appears. I think it's all fake and they have no more stories. They are just fine. He just happened to walk in on her conference call. Todd is going nowhere and they have NDAs for 3 ways. So for 3 ways, they're good. You know what though? I couldn't see. A lot of people are saying, right, that even Drew and Ralph's storyline is fake. My thing is, I could never need that much money that I would be willing to go on TV and kind of destroy my relationship and my image, especially something that my kids can go back and see like at any given time. It's like you're teaching them do anything for money. I couldn't see myself doing that. Do you think that Ralph and Drew storyline is fake?
Absolutely.
Really?
I think that storyline is fake, and I thought that the storyline with Sonya and her husband was fake. How she was saying that she didn't want to put a strain on the marriage, and he said, "Well, this might cause a strain on the marriage." It just doesn't seem real.
No, Gabor. It's real because she admitted to before one of the Olympics she had an abortion. So I think she understands like the pressure of having a kid and what that takes, and I think he wasn't present for their first son as much as she would have liked.
Yeah, I get that, but they already got one. To be having a baby, if you really love this person, having a baby is not the end all be all for the relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's not, if you don't have this baby for me, I'm leaving.
It can be for some men if they want a baby girl, or for some women who want a baby boy.
But a love that has been there since college. Remember, they met in college. They've been together for almost 20 years.
I've seen people leave for less.
I don't know, but I believe that Drew and her husband's storyline is fake.
Agreed.
I don't believe that Ralph was in those.
But you don't think those tears were real, Gabor? I felt her tears at that dinner.
Who?
Drew.
I didn't see no tears.
Oh, don't do that.
I seen her wiping the side of her face, but I didn't see no tears.
Don't do that.
Didn't.
She was crying. She was hurt, Gabor.
That was seen from the lobster getting on her forehead, and that was dropping down the side of her face. Those were the tears.
See, y'all wrong.
I ain't see no tears.
Don't do that. She was hurt. It was tears. Okay, so what do you think about this assistant, Anthony? He's super messy.
He's looking for a moment, and if I was on that show, he would have been got an ass whooping on the first episode. Like, he's just doing too much. And it's like, bruh, he's giving like the LGBTQ plus community a bad name, a very bad name.
Everybody's kind of saying that.
Even if it was true, the stuff that he heard, I wouldn't have been on camera saying it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just where else could you work at in Atlanta by going out there saying this stuff about Sheree? I just feel like that Drew needed a storyline for her to allow him to get on camera and say something like that about your castmates. You just got to be ready for somebody to do it back to you.
Yeah, and she wasn't ready because she was mad when that girl at the tea party said that, her husband was gay. You know what? The tea party was a whole hot mess. Why are you doing tea cards? Like, write some tea on a card, and the kids is in the background playing. Now, come on, Kenya. I like Kenya, and the party was cute, but don't do that at a kids' party.
What was the jumping world thing? It was nothing for those kids to play with. They didn't have no jumping thing. The kids it just wasn't. But this is her first baby. She probably don't know.
The first birthday was better, Gabor.
We want to blame the party planner, Gabor, that charged $10,000 to $15,000, and you are doing a kids' tea party. Even if Kenya didn't know, you should have told her, because that's what you get paid for. Mm-hmm. So the party planner gets an F too. I mean, the whole scenery was beautiful, but where were the games for the kids? And honey, Sonya's son, he spoiled.
Oh no, baby, ain't no way. I would have had to say something with closed teeth in her mouth. Sit down, and I would have been able to sit down. It was too much she had to do to get him in line.
Because you know what? She not used to really probably taking care of him. The mama's there. Probably he with daddy a lot. No, he ran all over her, and he told her, "I don't want to be good." He was like, he wasn't here
what
for
you mean? What you mean you don't want to be good?
Should have kept it with
So
grandma.
who do we think wrote this tea about Kandi?
Sheree.
Sheree. Yeah,
But she
I
mad
think.
at Kandi.
Yeah,
She mad at Kandi, but that's what I was saying. Everybody know that Sheree don't pay. Everybody knows she broke.
Well, did you hear, good boy, that I guess the end of the season, the last show of the season, we're actually going to see Sheree is going to give birth. We're going to actually see
the joggers.
We're going to see some fashion. That's what I heard.
Oh, you seen? I seen that she had Apollo in Prison Orange. He was walking down the runway in Prison Orange.
He looked good though. He did look good.
You know, Apollo is Apollo. Now, do you think that if Phaedra came back, we would get a different flavor on the show?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, because Kandi would have to earn her paycheck.
Kandi, shoot! To me, I honestly do feel like that. If I was Kandi, I wouldn't be on the show with her, but I do think that they need Phaedra back.
I think, you know what? Here's the thing. I said that Nene messed up because I think that RHOA is coming to a close. Unless they're about to show us something different in these upcoming seasons, I think RHOA is about to come to a close. I think Sonya, right now, she's just a fixture. She's a fill-in. This whole car accident and Drew going to pick her up, I was like, okay, why wouldn't you call your husband? Your husband, you in your house, you have your husband, your mama, your sister, your brother-in-law, and the person you call to come pick you up in a devastating accident like that is Drew. I would have been calling my husband, and if my husband couldn't pick me up, and then maybe I would have went down the line. But I guess they needed a scene together, so what are we going to do? But I was like, why is your first call Drew?
Especially if all these people staying in your house. Get up, leave work, come get me. You live with me.
Exactly. I'm not calling AAA. Somebody in that house better come pick me up. Phaedra is awesome. I interviewed her for my old blog when she released the fitness say, nice.
How was she?
Yeah, how was she? She said she was nice. Listen, that fitness tape was a whole hot mess. And you know, and back to the gym, listen, Sheree is in really good shape. Sheree don't play with that body. And Marlo couldn't even do a squat. Drew was her second husband call. Hubby was out of town. Oh, so Sonya's husband was out of town and Drew was her second call. Okay, got it.
That doesn't make sense. She got like 4 of the people at her house living there. They ain't got a car.
Right. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Mama lived there, sister lived there, her brother-in-law lived there.
The
father lived. That's right. The father lives there. So Drew wouldn't have been my second call. Somebody in my household that I'm paying for that's staying with me would have been my second call and my first call and my third call. Because I would have kept calling and be like, where you at? I'm stuck.
And she could have called Todd because Todd don't be doing nothing all day and Todd got that big old truck. She could have what? Todd don't be doing nothing.
Yes, you do. Don't play Marvin like that. Don't play Marvin like that. Okay.
Don't do that. Drew better chill. She don't want Sheree. Listen, I think Drew was in Sheree's face because she felt like them cameras was there to protect her. But she don't know it. She not used to Sheree. She used to that girl and them chicks that was on when she first started. Sheree is old school. She an OG. She from the beginning. Remember when she was tugging what's the name wig in that street? Sheree would put her hands on you in a way that is going to be acceptable and legit. She told her too. She said that girl better back up. That girl better back up. So yeah, I mean, and let me see what else happened. That was pretty much it. I mean, I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, like I'm waiting for them to really get into the season because they hyped it up so much before it started. And yeah, what did they say about Sheree and this left hook? Who did she ever have a left hook on?
I ain't never seen her.
Probably Nene back in the day.
I don't remember that like at all. Why should Phaedra come back after making that serious rumor about Kandi? Do y'all think it's fake or was it really an issue?
I think the fact that Kandi was joking about it on this episode, at the end of this episode, is, to me, I feel like that the rumor was nasty, but I do think at this point it should be a one-on-one sit down with Kandi and Phaedra to see why Phaedra made up the rumor. And you know what I'm saying?
I do. And the reason why I said that, because if you could laugh about somebody saying that you was doing the things that you was doing in this locker room, then now it's time that you can forgive Phaedra and let's move past this. Taurus women take care of their man. Who, Kandi's a Taurus?
Yep, she was born in April.
Yeah, but she's taking care of him, but she's punking him, in my opinion, at the same time. Don't keep throwing up in my face, you know, the fact that you're the one with the money, you have more money. And now they're going like tit for tat. Oh, you do this solo, I do that solo. Shouldn't all the money be one and the same?
No, because I think they have separate accounts, because I think that was part of their prenup too.
Oh my God.
So what's her?
I think that she said that the money that she made before the marriage is in a separate account, and then the money that they make together, that they've made since the marriage, is in one account, and that's what they play with. But see, Todd was going around trying to start business after business with that money. He was wasting the money. He was buying a whole bunch of 18-wheelers. They was just sitting on the side of the road. It was like he was just wasting the money. And that's what I'm saying. Todd ain't doing nothing spectacular. We all got entrepreneurial stuff in our head that we could do, but we just don't got Kandi bank account to do. You get what I'm saying? We ain't got access to Kandi bank account to do it. He ain't doing nothing special. Anybody could come up with a restaurant idea. You ain't nothing special.
You have the backing, the money to back it. That is very true. Yeah. Wait, how is Drew affording these assistants in this cook that's in her house? I hope she spends.
Ralph must make some good money, because it can't be from Drew Korea.
She probably get their residuals from the game.
She was in like 2 or 3 episodes, right? Drew wasn't a mainstay over there on the game. She played in a TLC movie, and that was it.
And White Chicks, don't forget about that.
A cameo. I mean, what role was she a star in? She's not a star, bro.
Oh, don't do that.
Wasn't she in one of the Bring It On?
I don't think so. I know that she played T-Boz in the TLC movie, but that was straight to TV. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And to me, it wasn't all that. She can't dance. She can't play T-Boz. They just wanted somebody who was cute. She's a cute girl, but Drew don't do enough to have no assistance. She don't do enough to have no assistance.
No, she don't. And Drew struggles with the fashion and the wigs and
still. No, her wigs are good this season. They better this season.
They're better, but she's still, for her to be so pretty, she's still struggling. It's like, girl, cook your own food and get you a stylist.
She needs to go over there to the little archive.
Let me tell you something. Marlo was on, I think she went on the Wendy Williams show. That dress she had on, I want to say, I don't know if it was Gucci or whatever. I looked it up. That dress was $4,000. Marlo, I love to know where she gets all this money from.
But they said that she sell her stuff. They said that she, they said that she don't do nothing for free. That's what they said. That's what the word on the street was.
Wait, say that again, good boy. She what?
She sells stuff. They said she sells stuff and she don't do nothing for free. That's what they said that she do.
What is she selling?
Don't do that. Well, don't go there with him.
They said that she got a good product. That's all I heard. That she got a good product that sells, and it sells. It ain't going out of style.
But did y'all notice from the last episode, she had a senior citizen lift on her stairs?
I didn't see that.
It was when she was taking pictures of her nephew for his homecoming, and we called it. I was like, oh, so that's probably how her big papa, whomever, gets up the stairs to go to her room and do whatever.
Her clients.
Well, now I'm gonna have to go look back at it. I missed that, because now they're trying to hijack my whole Saturday, because RHOA comes on Sunday, right? Mm-hmm. On Saturday they have Love and Marriage Huntsville, then they have Love and Marriage DC, then they have this other show. I'm like, no, Carlos King, him and his show came on. Carlos King in that show is a whole nother story. I guess I'm going to give it some time. Because I thought it was okay. Just like I thought Love and Marriage DC, I was like, Monique says she's back, but back doing what?
Amen.
She's still selling her toe fungus?
I don't know what she's selling, Smoke, but also I think the other problem I had with Monique is like, you're still bitter over the Real Housewives of Potomac. You're giving me a little Nene-ish, so let it go. You on your new show now. You could have mentioned it once. She mentioned it about 4 or 5 times, and I'm like, is it really necessary?
And she wasn't even a fan favorite or nothing like that to be mad like that, girl. They could have did without you. You really was not significant on the show. They bought you on 3. You came in 3rd season, and how long did you say for 3 seasons?
Second.
You wasn't that significant, or you wasn't a significant part of the show.
Until she
wasn't, and I think that's the trouble she having now with this show. People are not feeling her like that. Some Diva, I'm sorry, but Marlo's clothes are not cute. No, I didn't like Marlo's outfit at the tea party. But this dress that she wore on, I want to say the Wendy show, I thought it was cute. But no, Marlo's another one.
It was white, right?
Yeah, it was white and black. Yeah.
Yeah, she had the boots on underneath. Yep. Yeah, I remember she had that long hair all the way down. Oh my God. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was cute on her. I want to say it was Louis Vuitton dress, but I looked it up. I was like, good Lord, $4,000. Marlo put Nene on. She did. She did. We gotta, you gotta tell the truth here. She most certainly did. So she has her moments. I wish her business does well. I hope her business does well. I'm still trying to understand it, but I do hope it does well. And Marlo is going to remind us that the billionaire a decade ago, that money, she needs to stop. That money is, she's not still using that money. She needs to stop.
You don't think so?
No. Do you think that billionaire just gave her, he just keeps giving her money and money and money and money and money?
If the service,
we don't know what type of pictures and stuff we got. Remember, you got to remember, Marlo one of them crafty girls. Remember, Marlo had where the man that Nene was dating. Somebody said that Marlo had got with John and scammed him out of some money.
He paid her.
I do remember that.
She probably got Ted Turner in all kind of compromising positions. Pictures of him. She probably got pictures of him in all kind of compromising positions.
Oh my gosh, Deborah, I'm done with you. No, you didn't.
I know. And yes, Monique isn't nice to Chris. She's bitter about Real Housewives.
But what did Chris do to her on Real Housewives?
What did Chris do to her on this show? Like, what did she? What happened?
So they're talking about. So they are at the 10-year mark for their marriage. Oh, wow. She's sitting on that. She was sitting there telling him. So they're in counseling. And another couple on that show has been married 26 years, and they were celebrating their 26-year anniversary. Mm-hmm. So she pretty much was saying to Chris, like, you didn't listen to the counselor. I don't want to end up like your parents. Your parents are kind of like roommates. And she was just belittling him.
She said that about his parents?
Yeah, she did. And he was just sitting there. He was like, listen, I don't want to argue. So, okay, I'm going to do the work. I'll do what you say. I mean, then remember at one point on Real Housewives of Potomac, he lost a lot of weight. So he actually, gained a lot of the weight back from what it appears. So he had a trainer. He was there with the trainer. And she was just telling him, listen, you need to do what you need to do. I don't like what she's doing to her husband on the screen. And listen, again, I couldn't be that desperate for money. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. Like I
thought their portfolio was sitting nice. I thought she didn't need reality TV anyway.
Hello.
So I'm confused.
It sounds to me like she's trying to make her Ashley escape. They're trying to make it appear that there's problems in the marriage, so she could be on her way out
with the trainer. Allegedly,
I don't know, but she, going from living in the car to finding you an NFL man.
What do you mean living in the car?
Monique used to live in her Durango.
What?
Yes.
She used to live in her Durango. When she met Chris, she was living in her Durango.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
And remember, I forgot who was telling that story on. Oh, similar to like, remember somebody said something similar about Quad too before she met
Mariah.
yeah,
Mariah was sleeping in
Mariah.
her car,
Yeah.
and she was
Uh-huh.
dating a drug dealer. Quad was dating her Mariah's drug dealer cousin.
Yep. Yep. So Monique is married without a prenup. Oh, they don't have a prenup?
No way. I don't believe that. I think Chris is smarter than that. Being from the NFL.
But Chris is she got Chris wrapped around her finger. I mean, for her, first of all, I think he had a bad taste in his mouth for reality TV from what happened to them on the Real Housewives of Potomac and the rumor with the baby and all that. He wasn't feeling that. But she convinced him to come back on the Real Housewives, I mean on Love and Marriage DC. But she claimed like I'ma get the show, everything I didn't get the show, on that other show. But what are you showing us, girl? Not for lazy moms. What is that?
Mm.
What is that? And I hate the name. I think it's a terrible name. It's like,
Andy
okay,
told
so
her that. Andy,
he did?
yeah, he told her that he don't think that's a good name for her business. Not for lazy moms. It sounds like you're calling moms lazy. But Monique is the type of person she don't ever think that she's wrong. She's a person who never thinks that she's wrong, and so she kept that name. That name is a turnoff. When you hear that name, nobody, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's listening.
If I was a mom, I would not tune into that show or anything she's selling, even if it's good.
I wouldn't either, because it's a name. First of all, there's moms out there that already feel like some type of way, right? Like feeling like, okay, am I doing enough? Am I home enough? They feel guilty because they have to work and they have to take the baby to daycare. It's so many things. And it's like, okay, so are you saying I'm lazy because when I get home, I'm tired and I can't do much with my baby? Like, I didn't realize he told her that. So he tried to give her good advice. Good boy. Yeah. But we have to tell the full story. She refused to stay in college and left school to try to become a rapper. So she slept in her car. So her parents did not know. She had a good upbringing.
I never said that her upbringing was bad, but at the end of the day, baby, she was sleeping in the car.
Right.
I never said nothing about her upbringing being bad or nothing like that. All I said was when she met Chris, she was sleeping in her Durango, and that is a big come up from sleeping in your car. That's all I said.
Have we seen her parents ever?
Yeah, I know her mama and daddy. Her mother and daddy's on the show. Monique looks just like her mama. Her mama pretty too. And Monique and her mama look like her mama look like twins. And her dad was on the show before too. I remember Ashley was asking her dad for marital advice, and he was talking about his marriage to Monique mama.
And I missed that then.
Was that season 4, Gabor?
Yeah, that was when Monique had the party. That was Monique's first season on the show when she had that big party for her daughter. You remember she had that really expensive, it was like $25,000 birthday party for her daughter's second 2-year-old birthday.
Yeah, at the house, right?
Yeah, and she had her parents have been on the show before, and also her older sister and her younger brother. Monique, because she got her sister is a lesbian and her brother is gay. So she's the middle child and she's the only straight child as well.
I missed that. I don't remember ever seeing her mom and dad. Chris is so smart, and Jamal said he has the football disease where he is aggressive. I don't know if it's true. Came from Giselle.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so the thing is with Jamal is you can't really trust a pastor like that. You can't really trust a pastor like that because they say stuff that ain't true. You know what I'm saying? He was the amount of people that play the Chris position in the NFL don't end up with the CTE. Right. That's usually a player who's playing the running back or quarterback or something like that.
People who get hit often.
Yes. Chris is a position they usually holding people for the running back and stuff to run through. They making holes. Mm-hmm. So he wouldn't be at risk for a person with CTE. And for him to paint Chris is aggressive like that, I just don't. You can't trust every pastor. You know what I'm saying? And Giselle getting on that show was a bad move for Jamal. You should have had.
It was the worst move ever. And I don't see Chris as being aggressive. I mean, he's so laid back with Monique. Like Monique could almost say anything to him, and he's like, "All right, okay, whatever." I I think this show, from the first episode, it seemed like it's going to be a bad move for her. But we shall see. They got a lot going on Love and Marriage DC, but I don't see where what she's about to showcase, and that's going to be any different in that what she's really going to do. I think that she was just wanted to be the star, and because she is sort of, I guess, the headliner of this particular one. But you know how sometimes people think they're going to be the headliner, but really the fans and the audience decide who's going to be the headliner by who they end up liking.
But you know, also, Diva, what's so crazy about the whole Monique and Chris situation, that I really didn't see a lot of things that was wrong with Chris in their relationship. When she was complaining about being tired and stuff, all he was telling her, hire help. You have access to the accounts, hire help. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand where most of the issues and stuff were coming from. Because it wasn't like he was saying, no, you need to be at home working and stuff. He was saying, you have access to the bank accounts, hire help if you need it. I'm paying for it, so go ahead and hire what you need. So she has access to the money.
Yeah, she does.
She has access to the money.
She's very fortunate.
And if she knew like I knew, she'll be cleaning up.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Gabor would make a good widow.
I think Monique is done with him. She wants someone else. And she needs to just put him out his misery and just let him go. He's going to be devastating, but he'll eventually get over it, because she just does not seem like she loves him. And I don't think there's anything he could possibly do. No, even if he followed every direction from the therapist, I think she would still find some fault in him.
That's sad.
It's very sad. I don't think it'd be a good idea to bring Phaedra back. Why didn't Kandi and Phaedra sit down way after that? Because Kandi holds grudges. Kandi is like her mama. They hold grudges. And Kandi will never let something go. And I think even if Phaedra never comes back on the show, like I used to love how close her and Phaedra were in the very beginning.
Me too. I love their friendship.
I love their friendship, and the fact that Phaedra kind of got Todd and Kandi together. Because remember when Mama Drace came to Phaedra's office and like, I could slap you or whatever she said for getting her and Todd together. I just really feel like I wish they can get that back. I wish we could get some of that back. I'm telling you, I know it's never going to happen, especially now with Nene doing this lawsuit. But the nice final season would have been to have Nene on there, Phaedra on there, even Kim. Bring Kim back and
as a friend of.
Yeah. Bring Kim back. And you know, I didn't mind when Lisa Wu was on there either.
I loved her. She was great.
Yeah, I thought, you know, I think that would have been like in Portia.
Oh, no.
Y'all, you know the Portia? I agree that. I think Portia should have been fine as well.
100% cool cat. There's no if I was Kandi, to me, I feel like Kandi sold her soul to the devil, because you either getting rid of both of them or I'm not coming on this show no more. You know what I'm saying? And you have to stand up for something or you're gonna fall for anything. To me, Portia and Phaedra knew what they was doing when they put that rumor out there, and they knew the type of harm that it could bring on her. And I would not be on the show anymore. And I do believe that if she would have put her foot down, that Portia would have been gone. And it would have.
You don't think? Do you think, boy, though? I felt like Portia was so naive. Like she kind of. No, y'all not.
No, Portia. Yeah, Portia is too. Portia to play this dumb role all the time. Portia know what she got to do to win the argument. And she knew that she was lying with Kandi, so she had to bring that rumor up. Yeah. She had to bring it up. That Kandi wanted to take her to the dungeon. And you knew the whole time that you was the one telling her that you know, we ain't going to even go all the way there, but you knew what you was telling Kandi when y'all was in the club. So you knew that wasn't true. You was just trying to win that argument. And you was trying to win that argument.
And not only that, Diva, you saw her spin off and how she was with Dennis.
You know
his
what?
Mama.
True. You're right. True. So she's not that naive. You're very true. That spinoff was a disaster. It was a train wreck. They were close friends. I think Kandi was hurt. I also think Todd and Apollo got close and Kandi and Phaedra fell apart. Yeah, they did. I do. Yeah. Go ahead, nigga boy.
Kandi and Phaedra's friendship started to fall apart when Kandi went and apologized to Kenya about the Apollo rumors. Remember, and when Apollo was getting ready to go to jail, and Kandi went, and the thing is, Kandi, you could apologize to her, but you ain't got to tell me to apologize to her and stuff like that. I believe that Phaedra felt like Kandi was, you know what I'm saying? I could understand why she was messed up. If I don't mess with her, you don't mess with her. You know what I'm saying? But Phaedra, if you lying though, why can't nobody tell the truth? You know what I'm saying? Everybody did believe you. Everybody believes you because Kenya is a beautiful woman. See, they wouldn't have believed that about nothing about no Nene. Because ain't nobody checking for Nene. Nene couldn't have took Apollo. Nene couldn't take Peter, but Kenya could. See, when you're beautiful, you're a slut. It's easy for people to call you a slut and a whore when you're beautiful. When you're a beauty queen.
She was, though, you gotta say this though, Gabor. Kenya was very inappropriate with Apollo.
Oh, really? Diva. Apollo was saying we go together, we match our physicalities, me and you. That's what he was saying to her. He was saying that.
But listen though, no matter, even if I'm not friends with you or if we're in the same circles, I'm not going to sit there and allow your man to be saying that to me. I'm not doing that. We're not doing this right now. So it's saying all the stuff, and then when he threw her in the pool,
she pushed him first.
But that was the way that she threw it was a little friendly tap, how she pushed him in the pool. But the way that Apollo, it's like Apollo grabbed the booty cheeks, slapped them together, and they jumped in the pool all together. That's what I got from Apollo. But see, this is the thing, though. See, everybody say that Kenya was inappropriate, but so was Nene. Nene was inappropriate. Peter, the black of the berry. The black of the berry. Oh, I love my Peter.
That's because her and Greg's
Peter. See, that's the thing, though. But no, the thing is, Kenya is attractive. Nene wasn't a threat. It was funny. It was cool when it was Nene. Remember they was out there on the beach and they were stretching? And I mean, when the pillow talker, she was talking about, quit looking at my legs, Apollo. See, it was you ain't even competition, Nene. You are funny, you a joke. But Kenya was beautiful. So in whole more way, Phaedra knew that Kenya could have took her man because Apollo had told her, you see, me and you, we match, we go together, our physicalities. You know what I'm saying? He wanted her. He wanted a piece of her.
And she wanted him too. And she was really honest.
She was a fun girl.
She wanted her to, yeah. And Apollo was texting her in Virgo RA, and she was texting him back.
Right.
Remember when they had went to Kenya did match Apollo. That was her. They had the same physicalities. Remember when they had went to, I believe they was in Mexico. And they had went into that pool. It was like some water in a cave.
The cenote. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they had gotten the water.
They looked bomb
wanted
together.
to get in the water, and Apollo wanted to get into the water, and Phaedra didn't want to get into the water at first. But when she seen Kenya got into the water, she had to get into the water, and she was down there doggy pedaling. It was just so unattractive. She seen Kenya get in the water, she had to get in.
Wasn't Apollo looking at her as she was walking up the stairs?
Oh, yes, he was. He wanted a piece of her.
Yeah. Well, I think. Well,
she was bad. He got eyes. He can still see, can't he? 7-7 cash. Come on now. Kenya was texting a married man case closed. She wanted his attention at the minimum. 7-7 cash. Come on, y'all. Everybody text. All of them are friends.
Gabor. I ain't texting my friends' husbands or boyfriends.
If y'all a part of the show, y'all is.
Hell no, I'm not.
No.
I don't want that drama or that karma.
Women have to know their audience. Kenya was staying apart. She was, and wanted to get a reaction. Absolutely. Thank God she is better now. She looks lovely inside and out. She has grown up.
I like her this season. I really like her this season.
She has definitely grown up. Brooklyn has changed her. I do like who she has become. I do. And I hope it stays that way. Time will tell.
Yeah, I don't think she's the villain this season. I think it's Drew is taking that title so far.
Drew doesn't even really know how to be messy. She acts like clueless, oblivious, like confused. Did I do that type of situation?
Yeah.
So she's
She don't, but see, she can't play the villain role like as good as Nene or Kenya. You
Nope.
gotta be smart and you gotta be unapologetic. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? When you wrote that letter down there, you're supposed to come at Sheree like, he told me that you did this. You didn't pay him, and you're supposed to come with facts and hardcore proof.
Right.
She didn't. She was real playful with it. Like, he told me. I'm just telling you what he told. It was real playful. Girl, it's about to go down. What are you still laughing for?
She should have said it with her chest. Yeah, I said it, and I'm gonna say it again. You don't pay the people. That's why it took Chateau Sheree 10 years to get made in the first place.
It took 10 years.
Yes. So, Bougie Auntie, you are correct. Apollo should have never allowed her to get that comfortable. I agree. Apollo owed the woman he exchanged vows with loyalty. I totally agree. But I think too with Phaedra, she wanted Apollo to be this powerhouse with making money too.
Mm-hmm. He was. You know who you married.
Huh?
He was. It just sent him to jail.
Well. And listen, good boy, I'm telling you, to this day, I really feel like 100% she knew what he was doing, and he went down. He took that hit for his family.
He did. Did you read the lady book, Angela Stan's book?
No.
Phaedra knew everything that was going on.
I know
Phaedra knew everything that was going on. That's why when Apollo had came to their house, when he had that drill, and she was like, Apollo, go away from me with this. And he was telling her, you better have my money when I get home. You better have my stuff when I get home. He took that hit for the family.
Yes, he did. I only remember her because she was on Tasha K. I saw her on Tasha K. And she said, yeah, because she went to jail also, didn't she?
She sure did.
Yep. For similar stuff behind. Yeah, I do know.
Cheetos let her out of jail.
Huh?
And then Cheetos let her out of jail and she became a Republican.
She was out of jail before that, though.
No, he did. I don't know what he did in his first year or two in, like, I guess prison reform or whatever, but she was released and she's like, was at his office, like, as the Black People Coalition, being like, Donald Trump ain't so bad.
And Dirty Phaedra had spoke at that woman's funeral and everything. At her mama funeral, how she was in jail when her mama had died and stuff.
Yeah.
Phaedra is dirty.
Yeah. She got a lot of skeletons in that closet. And Phaedra was the mastermind. Yes,
she sure was.
She was part of it. Both of them went to jail for Phaedra. Yeah, Phaedra is a criminal. Remember getting paid from the drug dealers in the parking lot on the show?
I will never forget it.
That was to blow her up.
That was a whole different one. The man that wanted to blow up. That was drama.
That was insanity. That was crazy. But you know what? I'm glad to see that she appears to be doing very well outside of RHOA. I think some of these people, when they leave the housewife shows, they lose their way. They don't know what to do without the show. And it becomes quite embarrassing. And I think, now too, I think Nene would have served better. Now, her paycheck wouldn't have been the same, but I think Nene would have served better. Just go on, do something with Carlos King. He should take all of the outcasted housewives and
make an Atlanta version of Huntsville.
Yeah.
I think that what I am proud of Phaedra for is that Phaedra has not begged, borrowed, or stole to be on this show. She knew her worth. They let her go, and we have not seen her begging or dying to get back on the show like we seen from some of the other girls in seasons past. And I'm glad that through however I feel, I did. Phaedra was cool. I wasn't her biggest fan, but I did not dislike her. But I do like that she knew her worth and she moved on.
That's what I agree with, good boy. We don't hear her in these streets crying. She's not bashing Bravo. She just went on about her business. And every time I see her, like in an Instagram post or something like that, she look good. And the boys too. I would have loved to see the boys like grow up on the show. That's the part that's heartbreaking for me. It's like there's some people where I would have loved to see like more from them, but I get it. But I like the fact that she's not bitter. I also recently saw a picture of Mariah from Married to Medicine.
How's she looking?
Yeah, she looked good. She looked good. Owen will not take her. Nene is a liability for any
Yep.
network. She just,
Yep.
yeah,
She just messed up all her money. She'll be lucky if BET Plus takes her.
yeah. Great point, Cabron. Unlike Nene, drive begging for deposit.
Girl, Nene tried to pull out all the stars. Nene said that they was racist, backpedaled. Now they racist again. And
Oh,
Nene doing
God.
all look. Nene
Too
is a
much.
joke.
She's
It's a
doing the
joke.
most.
But Andy created that monster.
He sure did.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. You know what though, too? Somebody reminded me. Isn't Nene was the one that brought Kim to the show? Like
Yep.
in that book, Not All Roses Dime, whatever that book was, and I actually have the book. They said in there that when they was looking for the housewives of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Nene is the one that told them about Kim. So now you're saying, like, come on, Nene.
And Sheree. She told them about Kim and Sheree, and they didn't want Sheree. They wanted Kim, and she put in a good word for Sheree, saying that Sheree would be interested. Because, she's still not interested in them. Sheree's still not interested to this day. But, Bravo gave her a chance on the word of Nene. And Nene told Sheree that. And when Nene told Sheree that, and Sheree said, I did it by myself, we didn't see Sheree until season 9. To season 8 again. She was right up off that screen.
Yeah, you're not lying. Sheree is pretty. Sheree is pretty, and she has those iconic lines. And I think, to be honest with you, that RHOA has the most like iconic sayings, but out of all the housewives, Nene probably is the top of the list with them. Like, close your legs to marry men. Nene has a lot, like, like when the stuff she did with her facial expressions. So
where's your scooter? Where is your scooter? Where is it?
So, and it's just sad that this is where she ended up. I do feel bad for her.
I don't.
Yeah, it was a couple of years in the making. It was like ever since she came on saying that she was the rich bitch, I seen the downfall in her.
Nene was at her best season 1, 2, and 3. That's when she was fun and still down to earth. When she got on Celebrity Apprentice and thought she was doing something going against Star Jones, that's how I was just like, sis, like, keep it, like, be humble. Like, yes, you had a moment, but don't get too overwhelming, because now it's just like, it's nothing but scorched earth around her.
Yeah. She had her stuff. And then, like, I never forget too, because when she started that rich stuff, that's when Kandi, remember the reunion when Kandi had to tell him, she said, I could take care of all of you on this stage.
Yeah, because they was calling her sugar mama.
Well, shoot,
that was when she started going with Todd, and they were saying that Todd was riding around in her cars and stuff and was living with her.
Which was true though.
Sugar mama. Yeah, she was.
Yeah. Nene had a piece of humble pie, but she still don't know how to humble herself. Because I think this lawsuit is going to be the last takedown of her, which is going to be very, very sad. And people are saying, oh, I think she has something because this Beverly Hills lawyer took her case. But here's the thing. Because she is accusing them of blackballing her, all of these people, they're in bed together. So when she walked in that office, as soon as she walked out, all of the opposing side, Bravo and all of them knew, and they was like, yeah, go ahead and take her case so she can stop saying we're blacklisting her, and let her spend all her money.
And go broke.
She was already broke. She's already broke. That's why she was begging to get back on the show.
Did she sell her house? Did she ever sell her house?
She sell her house, but they tried to play now. It was because of the memories and stuff for Greg, but she was already trying to sell that house.
And she's in a high price, condo or something out in Atlanta. But it's very expensive, and I don't know, how is her restaurant doing?
Olanithia Lounge. I mean, I heard it's pretty good. They say it's better than the Old Lady Gang. Like, the food is actually good and the drinks are good. The only thing is you got to pay for parking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really wish her well. She's not broke. Greg left her a lot of money. You think so?
What money did Greg leave her?
She probably had a nice insurance policy out on Greg, but
She would have had to have had it though, Gabor, before he got sick.
Yeah, she was already making money before he got sick.
Yeah. So maybe if she had the insurance policy before he got sick, then I would say yes. But I think Nene was saying, because remember, she said, remember when they was whatever last reunion he was at, or maybe it was the one before last. Remember, she said to him, she started to get a little nasty with Greg too. Remember, she said to him, if I don't work, you don't eat.
Yep, that reunion was her worst.
Was that a reunion?
That was season 11, and she was like nasty and just cold at everybody nearly, and they were trying to support her that whole season with Greg, and she was just like, none of y'all are here for me, and I'm just looking like they literally like left to go see you do like a show. No, go to your store opening in Miami. Then when you were having a meltdown at your house, they all came there to support and rally around you. So I was looking like Nene's form of support is basically she gets to do and say whatever she wants to people, and then when they don't act in accordance to her, then that's a problem. They're not supporting her.
Right. So, Miss Davis, you said you hope Nene wins. There's more to the story than her arrogance. She actually gave away her ideas and didn't get things in writing. Well, here's the thing: when all of us work for any given person, I could be in Target right now working and I give them an idea to change something. That don't mean I own the idea. Like you sign your life away when you work for someone else. So any idea she gave at Bravo, it became Bravo's property.
Right.
So,
but she wasn't. That probably could work, but Nene was not. Real Housewives of Atlanta was not the first Real Housewife franchise.
Right.
So she didn't come up with. She probably said, "Let's do one in this city."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But she was not she didn't create the Real Housewives.
Right. But you know what though, good boy, even if she did though, all right, it was a suggestion that we utilized. You know how many people on their jobs right now, they give suggestions that are used. They don't get stock in the company just because they gave that suggestion. It's like, okay, thank you. We implemented a good idea that you gave us. Some of these jobs even have idea or suggestion boxes, or you can send a suggestion email. If they choose your selection, sometimes you may get a little $25 gift card to Dunkin' Donuts or something like that. But you don't now own the company and own shares in it, and they're not giving you no $20,000 raise just because you came up with that idea. So. And so she, now let me tell you, the smartest housewife was Bethany Frankel. So Bethany, and again, I got it from that book.
And Kandi did what Bethany did, what you're about to say.
Right. So Bethany only got $7,000, I think she said, for her first season on The Real Housewives of New York. But she did not allow them to take any part of her business. Like everybody else after that, like Bravo is robbing people. Everybody else after that, anything that you do and you promote it on Bravo, they get a percentage of it. 30%. Where Bethany, they own nothing for, what's that, Skinny Girl? And that's why she took that lower salary, but she wrote that in her contract. So she didn't get beat. So if Nene was sitting there and you didn't put anything in writing, then that's on you.
Yeah, that's what Oprah did. If you know the story of Oprah, that's what she did when her show came on. You know what I'm saying? Her lawyer had told her, you can get a big salary, but if you also take this lower money and start your own production company, you will come out bigger. You will come out on the end. You know what I'm saying? And so she took that lower salary and made it her own, did it with her own production company, and look at where she's at today. You know what I'm saying? But I think that sometimes a lot of people is just so quick to get to the bag. You know what I'm saying? They just so quick to trying to get that bag and trying to put on. Nene couldn't wait to tell people she was rich. And wasn't even rich.
Right. And that's what that new money does to you, right? So it has you thinking you done made something, you done did the come up. And what she has to understand too is when you're doing entertainment like that, when you're hot, everybody wants you.
Right.
The minute you're not hot, they dropping you like a hot potato. They don't care. Blue, let her spend the insurance payout, because I can imagine the cost of the defendant. Those lawyers, let me tell you something. Even when you're a little person like me, the lawyers come at your pockets. Even like I had a case like $250 an hour. The minute they call you, it's not no little casual conversation. You be wanting them to talk fast and say exactly what they need to say and don't interrupt unless you really have a question, because they charge you for everything. That they file a piece of paper in the court for you, that's on your bill. They email you, that's on your bill. They call you, that's on your bill. You like, yo, it's nasty. And then the minute they get to the court, you better hope your case is the first one on the docket, because the minute they get to the court, the clock is ticking on how much you owe them. So if the case before you gets delayed, and then your case is after, oh, it's nasty. You could be sitting there and all you're thinking about, okay, an hour passed, there's $250. Okay, another half hour passed, is half of $250. Another hour passed, and you still didn't even get in the courtroom before the judge. It's nasty. You better have money. And that's why, that court thing, it's a money game. It's like, who has the money to do all this? What had me laughing was when after Greg passed, Nene said her and Annie needs to talk. Annie didn't even call to say sorry for your loss. I heard he did, though.
No,
I heard he did.
No, he. I think he may have sent her like a call, may have called her a text, but he also posted something on social media about it as well. So he did give his condolences when Greg passed.
He did, because he
But
asked.
I do feel,
Go ahead.
but my whole thing is, when you beefing with somebody, do you know what I'm saying? If somebody don't really hurt you, you probably feel a certain type of way about it in your heart. But does that mean that you just have to reach out to them? Does that make you a bad person?
I mean,
because if you hurt me well enough, you probably won't get nothing from me.
Listen, I think first of all, she doesn't even know how to humble herself, because and we ain't got to track back down this road, even what she said about, people chipping in to get her flowers, like, come on.
Yeah, she just, Nene is just, if he would have called Nene would have been, can I get back on the show? Come on, Andy, you owe me. That's would have been what it would have been. It wouldn't have been about Greg. It would have been about her getting back on the show.
Right.
And he probably didn't want to shut her down.
No, he didn't. It's not good. And she charges the park. I never been. She's always on the radio asking to buy her a drink. Who, Nene?
Is this about the Lalencia Lounge?
I guess so. I mean, I guess in certain cities though, parking is like in New York City. I know none of the restaurants have parking, like have an actual parking lot. You gotta park in the regular lot, and they coming at your pockets. $35, $50.
Yeah. That's how it is here. You better catch an Uber.
Yeah.
Gabor, I'm never coming back to LA unless I'm living there, because that Uber situation, I didn't know LA was that big.
Yes, you better catch an Uber if you wanted to go to a restaurant and get out right in front of the place.
Yeah,
you're gonna be walking the Country Green Mile, or unless you're gonna pay for valet.
Also, Diva, on Hollywood Boulevard is so ghetto. Is like, it makes New York seem like the Taj Mahal. I was like,
really?
Yes, I was like, why does it feel so hood at this time of night? I was like, oh, they really run a guns. What's a Mirror and Smoke gun show where it's like, oh, LA really is hood. Like, some people weren't lying.
So is it worse than 42nd Street, like how it used to be?
I think is that it has that effect, but I think if you go with the right amount of people, it can be enjoyable. But I was like, oh, this is Hollywood Boulevard. It don't like the Oscars.
It's not what it seems like on TV.
Right? Really? You know it seems so beautiful on TV.
Oh no, Hollywood Boulevard. It's only a certain part of Hollywood Boulevard that's nice looking, but that other end, like when Wendy Williams' star and stuff is at,
that's where it get hood. I was like,
oh no, it smelled like piss on the sidewalk. No, it be homeless people and stuff laying out there.
You're busting a dream right now. So she was not educated with no resume and hated all the others. Kenya, college and resume. Cynthia, resume. Candy, star, resume. Kim, college. RN, resume. And Big Papa, Nene, Poe.
Bridemaid.
I was trying to see where you was going with that. Oh my God, that was not nice. Yikes. But you know what? Was Kim a RN or was she an LPN? And she was an RN. She was an RN. Mm-hmm. Okay, she was a registered nurse. And what I ended up not liking about Kim is what she did to her parents. When Kim got with Croy, she got big for her bridges too, and all of a sudden her parents would have doubled. But before that, the parents was coming over, feeding her, feeding the kids, helping babysit them kids, and all of that. And then she just got real nasty with her parents. I didn't, I didn't like that. Diva, the brilliant Kenya Moore crashed with Kenya Moore Hair Care. Did not sign for a special event. LL. She will launch in Walmart's worldwide this week. Oh, is she coming out? Yeah, I'm happy for it. Listen, you know what? I really do like when they make the best out of being on the show. I mean, if you want to sell your soul to the devil for these reality shows, like make the best out of it. Get something out of it, right? So I like it, but there's so many hair care products now because Dinah Ross' daughter has one in Target.
Taraji has one.
Taraji has one. Taraji's is a little pricey. Diana Ross' daughters is a little pricey. I tried a lot of them. They all about
what's Diana Ross' daughter stuff called? Mixed Girls, that's her?
It's in a yellow bottle with black. Now I do like the combs and stuff she had because they're very wide too. I forgot the name of hers, but in my mind, Tracy Ross. Yeah, okay. It was Tracy Ross. But in my mind though, Tracy Ross hair is just naturally curly and bouncy. And I'm like, okay, what is this gonna do for me? Okay.
This is the
I
thing,
think it's 30%, Diva. It's in the contract. It's in the contract.
Yes, it is. You're right, Andrea. And this is another thing too, though. If you notice, those girls got on the show trying to sell a product, trying to put a product in our faces. And Nene was trying to focus on being a star.
Yep.
Instead of trying to put a product in our faces. And at that time, as big as Nene was back then, season 1, season 2, season 3,
it could have sold. It would have sold.
She was Bravo at that time.
Yes, she was. Yes,
you know
she
what I'm
was.
saying? And so if she would have came out and did Tardy for the Party first or something like that, or if she could have, it was just a big missed opportunity, but she wanted to focus on being a star. That's what she really wanted to be. She really wanted to be an A-list actress in Hollywood. Right?
Yep. She missed the assignment. And then that's the other thing, too. I think this is what's going to kill in this lawsuit. Bravo has more footage than we ever seen. And there's a lot of times where they send a lot of derogatory things towards Kim. And not only that, you're putting Kim in this lawsuit, but yet you was going to do Tardy for the Party with her. But remember, they fell out. And Kim kind of went behind her back or whatever she did with that, and it just became Kim's song. But initially, they were supposed to do it together.
She did it with Kandi.
And you know what? And we got to give it to Kandi because remember, at first, everybody else was laughing at Kim with that song, and that song became really big.
It sounds good. I mean, Kandi knows how to make people sound good. So she made it work with Kim's non-vocals. So props to her.
I thought it was cute. I liked it.
It just goes to show what Omarosa said, though. You know what I'm saying? Omarosa told Bethany, people like him get to be mediocre. But you know what I'm saying? If we gonna get up there and sell a song, we gonna have to be singing with vocals, barefoot and pregnant, and giving vocals. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have been able to sing no song like that with no vocals.
That's true. But you know what, though, boy? I also liked Kenya's song, Twirl. Was it Twirl?
Gone with the Wind Fabulous.
I'm going with the Wind Fabulous. Now Twirl.
Twirl. I love. And listen, did you see it when she performed it on Watch What Happens Live with Andy?
Oh gosh,
I loved it. So and that's another thing too. I like when they do those little stupid songs for the moment. Every time they file a motion, now the court system drags about 5 years. No one wins but the lawyers. You're not lying. Those lawyers, they win. They win. And that's why if you're going to go ahead and do a lawsuit, you got to make sure it makes sense. Make sure you have all the evidence that you need, and so that you will come out victorious in the end. Just like I think with Black China now, her lawsuit against Rob, she might be able to win this one because he messed up when he said he never loved her, right? Which we know is a lie. But so my thing is, how is your lawyer going to help you win this second part, this lawsuit against her? Because if I'm dating someone and I send them a video of me and some other guy, and you never loved me, what are you pissed about?
She suing him again?
No, she sued that. The first lawsuit was with the family. The second lawsuit is him against him for putting out the news of her or the video of her. You know what I mean?
Even though she has an OnlyFans, that where you can see all of that.
Exactly.
But the OnlyFans came after.
Oh, did it? Yeah, it did come after. Yeah. But you know what, though, too, good boy? That's why I'm saying he may lose, because at first I could have been, if I was his lawyer, I would have been like, listen, she sent him this video. He got emotional. He loved her. He was pissed when he saw with somebody else, and the rash judgment, he put this out. But he said in the first case, I never loved her. It was the lowest point in my life. So why were you pissed when you got this video from her, or this picture with her with some other guy in the news? Why were you pissed? Why did you put him out? You didn't care about her, so you say.
I don't believe he cared for her. I believe he was depressed and he wanted something. You know what I'm saying? I believe that Rob is one of them men probably go with whoever want him. And China was probably a name at the time, and that's what she did.
You don't think he ever loved her, Gabor?
I don't think that there was a loving relationship. I don't. Everybody knew what Black China was about to do when we heard that they was going together. I knew that she was going to end up with a baby. But I really would have been proud of her if she would have married. I wanted her to marry.
She lost her mind. She lost her mind. No, she couldn't even get there.
I would have loved to see Black China Kardashian somewhere.
She wanted it. Remember, she was trying to get the name. She pulled the trigger too fast. I was discussing when Nene said that about the girls chipping in for one. Yeah, I thought it was disgusting. The fact that she expected an overwhelming amount of love she never showed other people is crazy. Very true. Very true. With Nene, it's like with anything. It's like when you just big someone up, and she just got out of control. And then when they dropped her like a hot potato, she didn't know how to handle it. Even though, that last reunion when they all had on a white and they did it remotely, they were playing her out, but she played plenty of people out before that.
How are they playing her out? How did you think they were playing her out?
Well, remember initially, and I do believe, but she said that she found out that everybody was wearing white because that wasn't the initial color. So she would have been the only one on that reunion wearing black.
But I thought she was the queen of the show.
Right.
If you're the queen, why would you? You get what I'm saying? But now you want to be a part of the group. You get what I'm saying? But any other time, you would have been the queen.
Yeah.
So honestly, I think that reunion, I think that was the nail in the coffin, because it was just looking like, sis, at this point, we are all on equal footing. We have been here at the longest with you. Or even, I think at that time, even Kandi was on the show longer than her at that point.
Yeah, she was.
And she was trying to play Kandi, and Candy's like, I tried to be nice. I tried to work with you, but you just keep messing it up. And honestly, I think Nene is jealous of Kandi because despite all of her efforts, Kandi was well famous and well established and rich prior to Housewives. She didn't need Housewives. She chose to do it because she wanted to. Nene had no choice. That was her only source of income that would pay her the kind of money she was looking to get paid. So I think she resented Kandi for that, for a lot of reasons. Also, Kandi was able to make a lot of bags. And even Kandi has said, she's like, I've pitched some stuff to Bravo. They've liked it. They didn't. So that's just a part of the business. But Nene, I think she just feels the favoritism. And it's just like, Nene, I think the reason why Nene didn't get the shows that she thought she would is just people probably didn't want to work with her longer than they did on Housewives.
Yeah, I think, I think where she messed up, Greg told her to sign that bad contract. And maybe she should have stepped down, because sometimes you have to step down and then maybe you could come back up. She should have stepped down. She should have just really brought it, and maybe she could have came back up. But she thought holding out that they was going to care, but they didn't. They didn't. And it was like, it ended up backfiring on her.
They called her bluff.
Yeah, they called her bluff. You are right. Yes, that's the word what I was looking for. She wanted a few pity gifts, and she couldn't even hide it smoothly. I don't know what they mean by that.
She wanted some pity gifts. she wanted a pity party when Greg. I guess what they're trying to say is she wanted a pity party when Greg died.
She wanted them
a
to
whole
kiss her
bunch of
ass.
gifts, yeah, and they didn't, and she couldn't even hide it smoothly. Right? She went online and said that they ended up
getting a one bouquet.
My whole thing is, if you just so hurt, and I hate to talk about it because I don't want to make it seem like that. You know, everybody takes stuff different ways, but I doubt that I would even be worrying about what anybody got me when my husband passed.
I wouldn't even notice.
I wouldn't even notice.
Yeah, me either, good boy. Let me tell you, one time I didn't know. I mixed up all the cards. Like, I was trying to help out with my girlfriend. I mixed up all the cards and we didn't even know who gave what. And she was like, don't worry about it, because I'm going to send everybody a thank you card anyway. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I felt bad because I was just removing the cards because, you know, when you go to a funeral and they leave, like, some people, they keep some of the stuff, and then others, they leave everything at the burial, like the cemetery. So she kept one plant, but the other ones she was leaving at the cemetery. So I was pulling out the cards so that, you know, she could say, even though they have the book too, but some people, maybe they sign, some people, they don't come, they just send something, you know what I'm trying to say? So I was trying to make sure she had everything. I messed up. I was like, oh my God, I felt so bad. And she was like, don't worry, I'm going to send everybody something anyway. So, you know, just thank you for getting all the cards for me. And I said, okay. So it's like you said, who sits there and be like, oh, she only sent me this little plant, or this one sent me this big thing, or this one sent me that. Like, it is so petty, and it's such a time like that. Like, it's like everybody thought matters. Yeah. If you're rich, like she said, that's the last thing you would be worrying about. I agree. When you're in Brooklyn, when people died, the neighborhood always brought food in an envelope from the widow and the kids. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. It's like, you know, I never forget, like, growing up, my mom would say, okay, you know, bring this cake over to so-and-so, or, you know, here, do this, or whatever the case may be. And then, you know, at the church, like, if they call it the repast. I don't know if everybody calls it that, right? Everybody from the church would just bring food for the family or whatever now. But you want to know how sophisticated some of these things got? They actually have, I don't know, you don't call them party planners, but they actually have like catering companies that have repast packages so that
that's smart.
Yeah, it is smart, right? And so my girlfriend, when her mother passed, the repast was like, I never been to one that elaborate. Like, they had liquor, they had everything. Like, and her mother had passed from breast cancer, and I mean, it was this whole amazing spread. I was like, oh my God, I never been to one like this. Like,
is your friend African?
She's Jamaican.
Okay, because we're West African. We do that a lot. Like, not only for the repast, but the before the actual funeral. Like, like the community where we come from, it would, like, people come together, they'll pull money to help with funeral expenses, and they'll bring liquor or they'll bring food just to make sure that, you know, the family is well taken care of even after things are done. So I think Black
Probably
people, we do it a lot. Yeah.
Usually, from what I've seen growing up, usually when somebody dies in somebody's family, they probably wouldn't even have to cook until after the funeral, because people bring stuff over the day after, you know what I'm saying, make sure the family and stuff is fed, because nobody's thinking about cooking at a time like that. And then they also have to get ready for funerals and stuff, so people are just bringing food by to make sure y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all ate. But usually the repast happens at home. Unless people just don't want people in their house, they'll have it at the church.
Or a
right,
hall.
they have it at the church. Yeah, my cousins, we had in like the community center, like in the building, like in her neighborhood, because it was so many people. Like, you know, now sometimes it's so many people, they can't all fit in your home, depending upon, you know, the size of your home. But we had hers in like the community center. But I mean, people, like her friends was just bringing trays of chicken, macaroni, cheese. It was like, it is so special, and it's all overwhelming at the same time. But it's nice to see, you know, how much everybody like loved her. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a lot. But the last thing you sitting there thinking, oh, she only brought a little pie. Like, who does that? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And that's what I felt like with Nene, I think. And then even too, remember when she said, oh, I paid for part of Andy's baby shower.
That was too much.
It was too much.
And
it
I
was
think that's
like,
where Andy was like, okay, now I'm done. Because it's like,
yeah,
say whatever you want about the man, but we can't. I think he's a very good father to his children, and he don't play with his kids.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Yes, and they cooked it from the heart. Yep, for the morning. Remember the show in OWN with Ralph Angel, and the sister told the bougie sister we can cook ourselves but to show respect. I do remember. Yes.
I do remember that. They sure did.
Yes, I love that show. I love that show. So
Is that Sweetie Pies?
No,
no.
Queen Sugar.
Yeah, Queen Sugar. Very good show. And listen, and I love that guy. That guy. What was that guy? Ralph Angel. Oh my God, I love Ralph Angel.
All right, Jada. You know, Jada was with Ralph Angel on Girls Trip.
Oh God! The grapefruit guy. The grapefruit guy.
He was the boyfriend on Girls Trip.
Oh my God! Yes. Wait, it shows support for family during the grieving period. She was crazy for that. Yeah, she was crazy. She was crazy for that. Hey, Todd Willie.
Hey, Todd Willie. But see, on top of that, especially if none of them had somebody that had died to them that was close to them in that period where she had bought something that was out of the way to even compare it to, right? I could see if one of them had lost their husbands a year before and she had went out of her way and got them like this $10,000 gift or grieving, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? So to even compare it to, for you to be sitting up here worried about how much some flowers and stuff cost and who all went in on it and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't even really matter. Somebody probably had just got the flowers and put everybody's name on it in the first place, because some of the girls probably didn't give a damn whether you got nothing or not.
Right.
And you weren't even talking at that time either.
Yeah, but know what too? She said, because I know these girls got money. You can't count nobody's pockets. You can't count nobody's pockets. I don't care how much somebody make. Maybe this ain't a good week for them. And you just be like, don't even worry about it. I was going to get this anyway. I'm going to put everybody's name on it. Like you said, boy, I've done that many a times. So I have a book club. Now we down to 9 members. We had 10. But sometimes there's some in it. Now we have the book club like members. You know, some people, they make tons of money. Then others like making an average money. But, you know, everybody cover each other. It's like, okay, you don't have it. It's no big deal. We're going to put from the book club name on it, right? I'm not going to say, oh, only Diva from the book club and this one from the book club and that one from the book club gave you this. We just put the book club's name on it like all the time.
Yeah, she's just petty, and at this point, it's not even a good look anymore. You know what I'm saying? I think that Andy created this monster.
Yes, he did.
She has exhibited that same behavior before, and he thought that it was funny when it was everybody else.
Yeah,
when she did it on him, now it's a problem.
You know what, Gavoy, you're calling it. You are correct. He and ha with her when it was everybody else. And when she turned it on him, he was sick to his stomach. I always get the feeling Bravo never wanted Nene, RHOA to be the face in its highest. Oh, they didn't expect it to be its highest rated show. It just did what it did and it took its own life. But they were rewarded for it. So we got to be clear that they were rewarded for it. I think even on regular jobs, people know trigger words, right? So they could be late every day to work, but then when the boss wants to say something to them, then they want to use a trigger word. Oh, my boss is racist. My boss don't like me. Now, hold on. Your boss is racist now because they wrote you up because you was late?
Right.
They wasn't racist. They wasn't racist before that. Like, are you kidding me right now? So I think she used some trigger words, and I think she thought it was going to get one type of reaction, and when it didn't, and she felt she realized like the jobs had dried up. She started to lose her mind, and she didn't know what to do to get back on top. But this move was not her way to get back on top. Nene is and was relevant to many, but just not to the people that would take her serious, as she was so mean-spirited and wished it wrong on so many others. She lacked substance. She did. We have to tell the truth. I'm in Jersey, lovely.
Ooh.
You can email me. You can join the book club. Matter of fact, our month, we meet every month, and our monthly meeting is this Sunday coming up.
And y'all reading Garcelle book for $30-something?
No. Good boy, I bought that book, and she lucky that it was on sale. It had a 10% off sticker on it, and I still go,
Already?
huh?
It's a 10% 10% off of the book already. How dreadful.
No, how dreadful, right? No, listen, and good boy, I bought it weeks ago. I haven't even finished reading it, and because I'm part of Barnes and Noble membership, the bookstore membership, I got an additional 10% off. So I didn't, but the book doesn't really have that much substance to it. She talks initially about her childhood and
Haiti.
you know, how she was brought up here and the relationship between her dad and her mom, and how her dad left. He left when she was young, came back, I think, when she was a teenager, but and he pretty much told her good luck when she was coming to New York to be a model. So she talked about that. It's not really, the book is okay. I didn't even finish reading it yet because I just can't seem to get through it. It's nothing really of interest to me. So what I do a lot now too is sometimes I really like to flip through the book, like especially if I'm going to talk about it, you know, on my channel. But if I can't get through something, then I'll get it on Audible. So that way, when I'm cleaning my house, I can just listen to it and I'll be like, oh, okay. So yeah, but it's all right so far. Andy started when he threw shade at Nene's recycled dress. Well, listen, they both started with each other. And when they fell out, they fell out. When they were good, they were good. And when they fell out, they fell out. It you know, it is what it is. But guys, I didn't even realize I was on here this long. I was enjoying chatting with y'all. But I'm almost 2 hours in. I got to go because I got to get to practice dawn. I enjoyed talking with y'all. And listen, y'all got to give me eating tips because I swear to goodness, I told my friend the other day, and then somebody told me, like, I bought this plate. You see it, Gabor? So that I could know my portion sizes.
You got to count your macros.
Well, see, it's hard. That's why they told me to get this. Then they said I wouldn't have to count. You see that? They said put the vegetables, don't let it come outside the lines, and that little spot is my carbs, and the other side is my protein. But I'm telling you, I swear to goodness, I told my friend I cannot go to this gym every morning at 5:15 in the morning, and I'm getting up at 4 something, and I'm not seeing the results I want to see. Now my legs are strong, and I don't know if you can see, like up here. Let me move this.
The
like up here, I'm seeing, you know what I mean?
You said clavicle.
Yeah. But I gotta do at least my arms, you know, they ain't waving or nothing like that. But
yeah, you got some Regina King arms.
I'm trying to do it over here.
All right.
But y'all gotta give me the eat. We gotta talk about my eating habits.
Yeah, you gotta count your macros. You know, it'll probably be hard. Just download my Fitness Pal, and then you know what I'm saying. Find you some macros and put them together. That'll be easier for you. So you just have to like track your protein, your fats, and your carbs, and you should be good.
All right, we'll talk. I drank my water now. I drank my water.
Watch Gabor be a whole bodybuilder.
I am.
I know. No, good boy. I be hearing you. And I was like, I got to talk to him. But yo, that counting the macros and stuff, it's not easy. I got a book and I tossed the book in the corner. I said, this is too much. And then that's when somebody told me to get this plate. And I've been trying it. I've been trying it, but we'll talk. But thank you guys for joining me. All right, thanks everyone. Don't forget when you go out, hit that like button, and I'll see you on the next video.
Like,
all right, y'all.
Comment.
Have a nice night, y'all. Bye.
Bye.